This is a war for the existence of the state, and we will win it. There will never be a better time for Israel to strike in Iran than now. Very active here at 3:11 a.m. Come on to the 3 o'clock hour here in Gaza. Very active. That flare there lighting up the entire Gaza skyline like a miniature sun. Iran warns of harsh consequences if the Gaza attacks continue. The latest in a series of warnings from the country, which backs Hamas in Gaza and militias elsewhere in the region. Quote, if an immediate ceasefire doesn't take place in the Gaza Strip and the rapid attacks by U.S. and Zionist regime continue, then the consequences would be harsh, they said. Again, more threats. They were saying that if Israel even invaded, that they would do stuff. For 20 years, Iran has been harming Israel and Western interests in the Middle East, as well as other regions, with absolute impunity. It does this by means of proxies that include Hezbollah members, Houthis, and Iraqi Shiite Muslims. If there's an Israeli or Western response, it is the proxies that pay the price. And there will never be a better time for Israel to strike in Iran than now. Iran's foreign minister said his country doesn't want the Israeli-Hamas war to expand, but declined to say that Iran would not get involved in the conflict. Iran's militias in Iraq and Syria have launched at least 24 strikes, primarily with drones, rockets, and mortars on U.S. military bases in recent days. The Pentagon, meanwhile, is sending 300 more troops to the Middle East as attacks mount against U.S. bases there. Currently, day 617 of the ongoing war in Ukraine. The war is moving into a new attritional stage. Russia has reportedly imposed additional currency controls in an attempt to prop up the falling ruble, restricting Western companies that sell their Russian assets from taking the proceeds in dollars and euros. This came out of Taipei Wednesday. Taiwan government said that China sent 43 military aircraft and 7 ships near the self-ruled island. The latest sign that Beijing plans no let-up in its campaign of harassment, threats, and intimidation. Taiwan's defense ministry said the figure was current for the 24 hours up to 6 o'clock a.m. Wednesday, and that 37 of the aircraft had crossed the median line in Taiwan Strait, which China no longer recognizes as an informal divider between the sides. I think that's about it. I think that about sums up everything for this evening. If I missed anything, guys, send me a message. You can always PM me on Discord. You can always send me an email. I love reading your guys' emails. I read every comment. I read every message that's sent my way. Sometimes I get bombarded with them, so it takes me a little bit of time to get back to people, so bear with me. But to everybody that tuned in this evening, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, you are watching Nemico Network.
Nemico.